What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you my chest and arms workout that I'm doing now that I have a power rack, minus abs, because I used to do abs with chest and arms, but I've moved that to my rest day because, abs isn't that fatiguing and they recover stupid fast, so yeah. Anyway, to get into it, I'm starting off here with incline bench press. Now, it has been a few months since I've had a barbell, so I have lost some strength on bench press in general, and I'm still working back up to my old weight, but that's fine. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so just taking it one workout at a time. But anyway, I'm doing these for 2 sets of kind of a loose 5 to 8 reps. You know, if I happen to get 9 on the first set, that's cool. If I, only get like 4 or something on the second set, I don't stress too much. Also, I like to have my bench set at a 35-degree angle for these. Not too high, not too low. It's mostly just personal preference. You know, I've played around with a couple of different angles, and 35 degrees just feels good to me. So that's what I like to do. Also, for anyone worried about how low I have the safety set, I don't really like to have the safety set up too high for incline bench, and I think that's fine because, if I fail on it, I'm at an incline. I can just roll the bar down, so that's okay, I think. Now, next one, decline bench press. This one, obviously, I need to have the safety set. I have them set up so that the bar ends up, I can touch it to my sternum area, but my neck and my head are below the safeties. So that if I do fail, there's no chance of the bar coming down on my neck. Because, I want to get jacked. I don't want to die. But anyway, these I also do for 2 sets. And again, kind of a loose 5 to 8, sometimes a little bit more. And with decline, I find that I'm stronger on decline, which is nice. It makes me feel good. Anyway, also I should mention that this is actually kind of more of a decline Larson press. You can't really see, but because I have the seat also set at a decline, my feet are actually not touching the ground. So my feet are off the ground, so I don't have any leg drive when I do decline bench press. Next up for chest is dumbbell flies, again 2 sets, and I'm kind of doing these in the 8 to 12 range, just seeing how that rep range feels. And I do have kind of an arm bend when I come down, but then I try to straighten my arms out as I come back up because, I don't know, it just feels good. I get a really good stretch on the pecs, and yeah, I just like doing them this way. It feels pretty good. Also, yes, I'm only doing 2 sets per exercise, but like for example with chest, I'm doing 3 exercises. So that's 6 sets of chest in this workout. And I am doing a 3 on 1 off split. I'm doing a Lee Haney split right now. So that's like an 8-day split. So 1.5 to 2 times frequency per week. So it still works out to 10 to 12 sets per week for each muscle group. So I like doing 2 sets per exercise. It lets me lock in. I really have to focus. I've only got 2 chances to get that exercise like really, really good. And then I change it. Same muscle group, different exercise, so I can hit it from different angles in different ways. It keeps my workouts interesting. I just really, really like it. So, not really low volume, not really high volume. I guess you could call it kind of moderate volume, but it works for me. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I know that it's trendy to do like 2 sets per exercise right now, which is not why I started doing it. I was just like, hey, if I do 2 sets, I can lock in and then do like multiple different exercises, and it's working out pretty well. Anyway, moving on to arms now, and arms is going to be a bunch of supersets, starting off with dumbbell curls. These I'm doing 2 sets of, again, kind of a loose 6 to 8. I'm using dumbbells here because I do not have an easy bar right now. I like easy bar curls, but I don't have one at the moment. And so the dumbbells work pretty okay. And I like to rotate the dumbbells as I come up. I don't know if it actually provides a benefit. I just like doing it. And supersetting that with Barbell JM press. I'm still learning how to do this. Well, I was. I'll get to that. But I've noticed that like one side of the bar tends to come down lower than the other side. So I was trying to fix that. And these I was doing for 2 sets of 8 to 12 reps. But the issue is, I do like this exercise, but the issue is, after I recorded this workout, I ended up getting up to about 35 kilos and started feeling some elbow joint pain, which sucks because that's actually the reason why I stopped doing skull crushers and overhead tricep work, is because it was giving me elbow joint pain. So actually for like a year, I was just doing straight bar pushdowns and single arm pushdowns. And that actually works really, really, really well for me. Like something about my anatomy, like the long head of my triceps just loves pushdowns. So yeah, with JM press giving me some shoulder joint pain, I'm gonna have to go back to just doing pushdowns, which kind of sucks because I feel like I'm limited in a way, but it's important to listen to your body, especially your joints. So it is what it is, and at least I've always gotten really, really good results with pushdowns. Like I always felt that the long head of my triceps was lagging until I just really locked in with tricep pushdowns. By the way, I think with this set you can probably see better what I was talking about with the JM press, where one side of the barbell is coming down lower than the other. I was working on trying to fix that, but like I said, joint pain. So yeah, unfortunately gonna have to leave this one behind. Anyway, we should be coming up on the next superset here. And this is where I'm starting to do some unilateral work. And so in the interest of time, I'm only gonna show one side for the unilateral exercises, but I'll switch sides for each set. And first exercise here is gonna be dumbbell preacher curl. These I do for 2 sets of 6 to 12 reps, because once I hit 12 reps and increase the weight, like I am right back down to like 6, 7 reps. Like I cannot do 8 to 12 on these at all. Now, some people have freaked out with how low I go on preacher curls. Like I've had some people like freak out and say that I'm gonna tear a bicep. But if you're not ego lifting, if you're able to control the weight, and especially if you're able to wrist curl the weight in the preacher curl position, you should be fine. Now, if you've never done preacher curls this low, definitely like reduce the weight significantly so that you can, try to build up the strength to be able to do them safely. But personally, I've always done preacher curls like this, going that low, and I've never had any issues whatsoever. So anyway, these are going to be superset with straight bar tricep pushdowns. And the way that I do these, I do them with a thumbless grip. And I've mentioned this before, but I try to imagine that as I push down, I'm trying to push through my thumbs and imagine that I'm trying to like spread the bar apart. And this really helps me feel the long head of my triceps a lot more on these. So I don't know if it's because of that I've gotten good long head development out of them, or if it's just my anatomy, but whatever it is, it's working. And these I'm doing for 2 sets of 6 to 10. So a little bit heavier. And I used to be able to go way heavier on them. Like my best was 40 kilos, which is like 88 pounds for 10 reps. But I tried dumbbell French press for a while. And like, I swear that my triceps got a little bit smaller, and I definitely lost a lot of strength on pushdowns. So I ditched the French press and added the pushdowns back in because they just seem to work so much better for me. like I said, I don't know if it's the form that I use or something about my anatomy, but yeah, my triceps just absolutely love them. And if you're wondering, on those pushdowns, I was doing 27.5 kilos, which is, I think, about 60 pounds. So Yeah, like I said, I lost some strength. Actually, the day that I'm recording this audio, I also did chest and triceps, and I got it up to 30 kilos for 10 reps, which is better, but I've still got another 10 kilos or about 22 pounds to go before I hit my previous PR. So hopefully that doesn't take too long, but like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So however long it takes is however long it takes. But, the important thing is, I did an experiment, tried a different exercise, found out it doesn't work as well for me. And so I went back to what does work. And last superset here, starting off with concentration hammer curls. Again, 2 sets in the 6 to 12 rep range. And I don't think very many people do concentration hammer curls. So this might seem like an interesting choice to some people, but I really, really, really love concentration curls. I always want to include some variation of a concentration curl in my workouts. And I've already got, regular standing dumbbell curls and preacher curls. So, I decided to do concentration curls with the neutral grip, so concentration hammer curls. And that's superset with 1 arm pushdowns. Again, 2 sets in the 6 to 12 rep range. And for these also, my form is maybe not super common. So I'm using the ball attachment, as you can see, which I find just, it works way better than grabbing that tiny little ball on the cable. Like if I do that, my palms tend to cramp up. And I also try to keep my elbows behind my torso because for some reason that just helps me feel the long head of my triceps a lot more. Now, for some people, this might seem like a lot of arm volume, especially because I'm getting indirect arm volume with like compound exercises. But I don't know, I just like training arms. So I do a lot of arm volume and it's fun. Who doesn't love training arms? Also, side note, if you've never done 1 arm pushdowns, like you have to use so much less weight compared to regular pushdowns with 2 arms. Like it's insane how much you have to reduce the weight. But anyway, that does it for my chest and arms workout. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. Next workout video I'm going to post is going to be legs, but I might do something else before that first. So anyway, see you next time and have a good one.